I guess I'm gonna talk about it.
It's those school, baby.
Hey. It's us. Yeah. She got a pretty face in a frame with it. Can't believe all that ass came with it. If I can't hit it, no, you can't kick it. Baby, do your thing like it ain't no shame in it. So go ahead and show me you ain't playing with it.
I don't think people are going to stop really hitting me up about the 10 Toes Down challenge that I did a year and a half ago. I'm constantly always getting comments and emails and messages from you guys. And now the number one question is the last part of the 10 Toes Down challenge that I said, man, the other month I can't believe I jumped, trying to run away from my demons getting slumped. You guys want me to talk about the time I tried to kill myself, which is crazy that, you want to know, but I guess it's just because of, where I'm at today, or just even, get to the point of how far I've come with me finding myself, knowing who I am, what my purpose is and everything. I guess that's why you guys want to know why I tried. So I'm just go ahead and get right to it. I'm gonna go ahead and start. You never forget the day, right? You never forget the day where you legit tried to kill yourself. December 15th, 2016 was the day where I tried to legit kill myself. So the guy that I was with, me, him, and his engineering friend was sitting in the back, and they were, both actually sharing a bottle of Hennessy. I'm, sitting in the passenger seat on my phone or whatever. I was basically messaging a female who apparently spent the night with him a couple of days before. So I'm getting frustrated, I'm getting irritated, because I'm mainly getting more mad at myself, because I'm like, I already know she's telling the truth, because guys fail to realize that no matter what, a female will always legit tell the truth. If she has to go into detail about something, or she's pissed off about anything like that, oh, best believe, baby, we're gonna state facts. She's telling me everything, how they had sex and everything like that, when they had sex. And it was the day that he told me that he didn't want me to come over because he needed time to write his music and everything like that. So I immediately grabbed the bottle of Hennessy from him. I chug a whole lot of Hennessy, and then I give it back to him, and then I get out the car and I slam the door. Of course he doesn't care that I'm upset, so I legit texted him. I'm standing behind my car, and I texted him, get out of the car. And he gets out the car, and I was like, I held up my phone, and I was like, who is this? And he's just like, she's nobody. The way he used to answer me all the time would always piss me off. But because he was always so calm about it, and you could just tell how much he practices trying to look like he tells the truth. And I'm just like, well, if she's nobody, number one, how come you're following her? Number two, how come you're also friends with her on Facebook? And then number three, why is she DMing me telling me how she just spent the night with you the other day when you told me not to come over because of X, Y, and Z? And he's just like, she's lying. She's not lying. I know for a fact that she's not going to go out of her way to tell me these things for just for her, for the hell of it. She's not lying. What day did she say she came over? She said she came over Tuesday night. I told you not to come over Monday night. Maybe she got her nights mixed up. Does it really matter? Really? Seriously? You really want to try this right now? He's like, well, she's lying. Are you sure about that? She's lying. You're the one that's telling the truth, but she's lying to me. Another female. Yeah. Okay. I was like, F it, I'm just going to go ahead and go inside of the bar. I put my heels on because I changed all my flats. I put my heels on. And I go inside the bar and I just leave them in the car, but I took my keys with me, so. And as soon as I walk in, I go straight to the bar. And I immediately order a Long Island iced tea. I chug that down within 5 minutes, literally. Then I asked for a Corona. And after I chugged my Corona, I specifically remember I asked for a shot of tequila. So by the time I'm getting my shot, him and his engineer friend, they come inside. And then they go to the table that we were sitting at. At this point, I'm already tipsy. He's like, what are you doing? Leave me alone, I'm drinking. Then I go back to the bar and I order another Corona. And then while I'm drinking my Corona, I asked the bartender, I was like, what's your strongest drink? And I forgot what drink they said, but I had that drink as well. And legit, I just did not stop drinking. I literally wanted to feel as numb as possible. After about having, 2 Long Island iced teas, you're already So he does his performance or whatever. We leave. We're supposed to be meeting up with other guys that me and him were working with or whatever. But we ended up stopping at Magic City. It was literally right down the street from Magic City. So we just stopped at Magic City because we knew there was an ATM at Magic City. And he needed to get cash. So I walk in first because he said he had to pee and he needed to do something else or whatever. So I let him do that, and I went ahead inside because I was already irritated a little bit, but I was just like, whatever. And I'm drunk, like I'm stupid drunk. I walk inside Magic City, and the next thing I know, this stripper, she stops me and she's like, yes, girl, you are working that dress. And I was like, oh, baby, thank you. And the next thing I know, my song came on. Everybody's song. When I'm walking to the exit, all I hear is dun 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 dun. Hey, because you know when you hear taking over for the 99 to the 2000, you know you gotta do something. You gotta twerk a little bit. So I started twerking, and then me and this stripper were actually, I guess, having a twerk off, because when she saw me twerking, she legit started twerking and she tried to like twerk harder than me. So I was like, bruh, no. So like I'm legit like, this stripper is not finna outdo me. And like phones are everywhere, and everybody has their lights, you know, flashing on their phones and everything and recording us. All of a sudden, like I look up, my boyfriend at the time, he's just looking at me. He has his shades on, look like a freaking termite, and like he's just looking at me. He looks like he's pissed off. He was like, come on, let's go. And I was like, no, I'm having fun. Like, go get your money. And he was like, you over here acting like a hoe. Me being drunk and whatnot, like I started to get mad. Like I'm talking about mad. Like I get legit pissed off. And I was like, you know what, F you, like, you can, you know, be doing all this stuff on the side, you know, behind my back or whatever, but you want to get mad at me for twerking. So, like, I push him and I walk away. And so then he comes up to me when I walk outside, and he was like, trying to tell me about myself or whatever. And the next thing I know, I was like, so you really want to go there? Like, you really want to start this back and forth thing? My whole entire past was just starting to, like, jump into my mind. About like how guys have always treated me or whatever. What was going on in my head, it had more to do with like how I internally felt about myself, because of how I allowed other people within my life make me feel about myself, like make me feel like I'm, you know, like I'm worthless and like I'm not even worth, you know, what's on the bottom of their shoe, you know what I mean? Like that all started like coming to my head because I'm drunk and I'm in my feelings. So the next thing I know, he's in my face, and we're like legit arguing at the top of our lungs, and I push him because I'm like, get out my face. And I'm a tall female. Me and him were the exact same height. I'm a tall female, so I can't help the fact that my dad gave me man hands and I'm heavy-handed. So like I pushed him, and you know, evidently that made him feel some type of way, you know, evidently that surprised him or something, because the next thing I know, like he revs back up in my face. He's like, yo, you're not gonna push me. I'm like, okay, but you're not gonna get in my face. You want to be in my face like I'm a man, so I'm gonna push you because I don't want you in my face. He's like, something calls me a bitch or whatever, and I'm just like calling him out of his name or whatever, and then he was like, you know, I forget you, da da da. He was like, no, because if you don't know how to act, he was like, then we don't need to be together. And I was like, I don't know how to act. You're out here messing around with other females, but I don't know how to act. I'm sitting here legit asking you if what this girl is saying to me is true, and you literally want to sit there with a straight face and tell me that what she was saying was a lie, and I know you're the one that's lying. Like, you're gonna try and sit here and make me feel like I'm the one who's crazy and I don't know what I'm talking about. I was like, you're not gonna sit here and try and, you know, twist this on me. I had actually told him some personal things, and he threw it in my face, so I threw some stuff in his face. And like at that point, you know, when he said F me, and he was like, F you, da da da, I was just like, whatever. And like I just walked away. He didn't care. And then next thing I know, like I'm walking down the sidewalk, but then I'm like, F it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go in the street. About my past just started flashing back in my head. A lot of things. Not just things about guys, but a lot of stuff just started flashing in my head. Like, I kept telling myself, I'm the common denominator for why everything wrong has happened in my life. I'm the one that doesn't know how to just be a normal person. I'm the one that doesn't know how to stop bringing people in my life that cause me pain and suffering and you know, heartache and all this stuff. So, like, I was like, it's me. I'm the one that's, you know, not capable of adapting to how everybody else, you know, operates in the world. I'm feeling sorry for myself, and I'm, you know, just thoughts just running through my head. So I'm like, what else is there for me to do? You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep doing this. Like, that's what I was telling myself. You know what I mean? Like, when does it stop? You know, I'm still walking down the street barefoot, like, dang, like, you know, hopefully a car comes and just, you know, doesn't see me and just runs me over. That's what I was thinking. My own thoughts. I saw this bridge, and I had, like, one contact in my eye because I lost one of my contacts. That's how drunk I was. And I saw this bridge, and I immediately stopped walking. And then I just instantly thought everything over. Like, my family, my friends, everybody. You know what I mean? about how they would feel if I would leave. And I finally came to the conclusion I didn't care. I didn't care how anybody felt. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't care how anybody felt if I were to go. I felt like they'll get over it. These are all strong individuals anyway. You know what I'm saying? Nothing makes them cry. Nothing makes them sad. Everybody, everybody wants to act like, you know what I'm saying? They're all okie doke and okay. Like, okay, they'll cry over me for what? Like 2 days? 2 weeks maybe? And then they'll just move on with their life. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, these are strong people. They'll be alright. They'll be fine. So I thought about all of that within like 3 seconds. And then all of a sudden I just walked to the bridge. And it was one of those bridges where, you knew, like, down underneath, like, you're high up, so there's another road underneath the bridge or whatever. So I just immediately walked over there, and I remember I was like, if I'm a go, I'm gonna make sure I look cute all the way. So I put my heels back on. Right before I got to the bridge. Like, I was probably like halfway to the bridge. I'm still in the middle of the street because the bridge was kind of far away. And I'm like in the middle of the street, and I go ahead and put my heels back on. And then, like, I walk to the bridge, and then without even hesitation, I immediately come up to the bridge, and I'm like, I don't even look over. I don't even look over the bridge. I just hold on to the rail, and I hold on to the rail, and I'm just like, like, I back up, and I'm just like, all right. And that literally took I'd say about between 5 to 7 seconds. Like, I just wanted to regroup, and I wanted to apologize to God for everything that I have done and what I'm about to do, and I was like, hopefully you can forgive me, once I meet you, and, I get judged and everything. And then legit, I, like, impulsively, after that, I got on the rail and legit just jumped over it. Like, I legit put my one heel onto the rail, and then I literally just, boom, I just flipped myself over. And however far I landed, I didn't care. Long time. I'm waking up, and I'm legit in this, like, 10-foot deep grass, because apparently the road that was underneath this bridge, apparently there was, like, grass and stuff growing from it and everything. So, like, over time, that road had never been repaved or anything like that. So grass just started growing out of it, and weeds and stuff like that. So I'm legit in, like, this 10-foot deep grass-looking mess, and I'm waking up, and people are grabbing me, trying to help me out of the grass and everything. And, like, I'm waking up, and I'm like, that's really what was going on in my mind. Like, I'm like, why am I still here? Like, I was mad. I was legit mad, y'all. Like, I was legit mad. Like, I was like, bro, no, this is not, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, this is not what I wanted. And then at that moment, when I was getting up, I knew in my head, I was like, this ain't what God wanted. This is not what God wants. Okay, I guess I hear you loud and clear. I have to stay. And I have to figure out why I'm here. So, yeah. And shortly after that, old buddy, me and him broke up or whatever. On God, I'm never going to attempt suicide ever again. Yes, I suffer from depression. Yes, I suffer from, anxiety. But I've gotten way better at how I handle myself and how I cope with things. And slowly but surely, I'm actually getting closure from it. It's funny how life works out. But I'm never, ever going to do it again.
I send her home, I do not bother with it. Ooh, shawty, look at you, shawty. Ooh, you too naughty. You got the juice, shawty. She so wet, I thought that I was in a pool party. Blowing gas in the stank, they like, who for it? What it do, shawty? Got a pretty face in a frame with it. Can't believe all that ass came with it.